private to talk about Ishizuka sensei. It's the same for the things between me and Hatsumi sensei. I don't think I will talk too much, but well, I met Ishizuka sensei when he was in his 40s, so I have to say it was like everywhere, every angle of him was sharp. It's like you try to catch a blade, a multiple edge blade, everything, and you have that kind of class, like kind of not attached, and a kind of movement that still right now touch my mind. I mean, a lot of people have met Ishizuka sensei back in those days, and there is no one who never been touched by the way he was. And the proof is, Hatsumi sensei always took him to present tsuki, uke, keri, omote, ura, all the kion, the bo, the ken. Ah, that was the man. That was the man. That was the man. And the relationship between him and Hatsumi sensei is so deep that they have a relationship that no one. Class in place of heart. Man of heart with a foreigner like me. In case of knowledge and in case of human vision. Human vision. Ishizuka sensei has this. There is something that Hatsumi sensei said many times, but he's not the only one. There is something called ningen-kan. And Hatsumi sensei uses this word a lot. Kan means miru. You can read in miru, but it's not the same miru like look. It's the miru of observe, because you can look but not observe. You can see but not watch. I mean, you can watch but not see. Even in English, like in Japanese, you have a different kind of layer of understanding of looking. For example, if you read scripture, Bible, Torah, Quran, and even texts of Buddhism, you will have that phrase. They have eyes but they doesn't see, or they have eyes but they are blind. Here it is. That's what we are, pretty much, a human being. And that's a very important aspect with Ishizuka sensei. Ishizuka sensei, he have eyes, and he have that eye since a long time. He was chosen by Hatsumi sensei to come. He was never not interesting to practice with Hatsumi sensei back in those days. He was good in judo, then shoji kempo. It was fine for him. But then there was something that touched him, and I know for this because thanks to Ishizuka sensei, thanks to Mako-san, his wife, mother, which was very close, and they were just the next house to Hatsumi sensei. So they know each other since long time. Their ties, the relationship, no one have this among the Shihan. You can see that the only one that used to call with a chan at the end is most of the time it's Tetchan. His name is Tetsuji, he call him Tetchan. The other is Noguchi-kun, Nagato-kun, Shiraishi-san. Well, sometimes he had the word Shihan, but that's okay. And there is something when you look at them, the way they talk to each other. There is a kind of true communication, there is a true bond, and for the people who knows, back in the days, Hatsumi sensei wanted to take Ishizuka sensei as an adoptive son. And that was before Bujinkan is what Bujinkan is now. Ishizuka sensei, man, for me, is a father, is a godfather, is a pusher, is the true master, professional killer with the cigarette. Yes. There is love in this man. He have love for the heart, really love for the heart, and this is something. He knows what to take from Hatsumi sensei. He knows the man. He met with him just 3-4 years after he met Takamatsu sensei. He was not yet soke. He received the title of soke, but physically speaking, in a mature way, it was not yet soke. So he saw Hatsumi sensei growing, and of course he had to do things. And he had the chance to meet Takamatsu sensei among all the people I've met who met Takamatsu sensei. he's the only one who said, our first, he always said, you know, for us, Takamatsu sensei was that picture. You know, with the bow like that, clack, 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 and the hand. So every time we heard story, or when he came back from Takamatsu sensei's house learning, tak tak, so he said, yes, we heard stories. So for us, Takamatsu sensei was that picture, and all the story we heard. When we arrived, and we met him, and that's very interesting. He said, that was not the image. That was a little bit, you know, he had long hair. In the picture, see, he doesn't have hair. It's pretty much more. And his eyes were infected. Actually, one eye was not really good. And the way he was looking, so when Hatsumi sensei said, sensei was behind, you know, he said we didn't hear him in the stairs. And when you know how Japanese house just would, you know, and when he opened the shoji, you didn't hear. And then when he's in, said, sensei is here. Hatsumi said, sensei is here. So ishizuka sensei turned the head, you know, like there is someone, you turn the head in order to see. And when he did, he had like a kind of very strange feeling, scared. He looked at like that when you see something like a kind of a dead people, a strange face. Ooh, sorry, difficult to catch his eyes. Yeah. And you remember because he have picture of that time, and I think all the people who went at that time, they had picture of that time. You can even see when Hatsumi sensei took them 1 year before he died, they were 7. Mr. Tanemura Manaka, ishizuka Shihan, Oguri Shihan, Senno Shihan, and Kobayashi. Hatsumi sensei's wife was there too, and I think 2 other men. And they didn't came together. The group, the youngest student, they had to go to Nagoya, and here the deal was to rent a car and to reach Nara. And of course at that moment, because it's not every day you have vacation, they decided to visit also Iga, etc., etc. And of course I've seen those pictures. They were young, they were between 17, 20, you know, that age. Ishizuka sensei has those pictures, and I'm sure that all the men who have been at that moment, which include of course Tanemura, Shoto Tanemura, San Manaka-san, of course Senno-san, Kobayashi, etc., they had those pictures. They were, you know, with the tie, shoot, etc. So I got to see. That man was strange. He said, but the good thing he was doing the technical meal on Hatsumi sensei, and that was crazy. He said, yes. And there is one moment he did the demonstration with Kyoketsu Shoge, and he stood up and he said, that's nice, but it's not what I thought. I never saw that kind of thing. It's very interesting, but this is not Budo. Hatsumi sensei. But anyway, he saw also that, you know, that old video. I mean, back in the days there was 8mm, and Hatsumi sensei have many. It's not the only one, he have many. He just lost them somewhere in his house with everything he had. And we find some too. He said since he saw that, that's the moment where he decided that the practice needs to be different.